Evaluation of sensation method, old to new. So I will begin with the question, why it is necessary? Why evaluation of sensation method is necessary? Or why we should switch over from old Hahnemannian method, as you rightly said, our foreign guests have already shared with you. So my question to you is, why we should switch over from old method to new method? Why it is necessary? Why it is necessary to switch over from old method to new method, or evaluation of sensation method, or evaluation to sensation method? Why? We have organon, we have materia medica, we have repertory, we can match the totality of the symptoms with the totality of the remedy, and we can read materia medica and we can give the remedy. So why this sensation method? And why what is the necessity of it?
Because if you do it by rubrics and all, firstly you get a lot of remedies and you're not sure which one to pick up. Secondly, you can even go wrong in interpreting the rubrics sometimes. So it's not clear if you've selected the right rubrics. And then you're never sure if your remedy is right or no. And in this, there's a clear understanding. You give it on the theme. So you're sure, at least that is going to...
Very close to the minimum.
Yeah.
And very good answer, very satisfied answer. Una, you wanted to say something?
I think it's the same thing that Mumuksha said in different words. There's a deepening of understanding of nature and the remedies and the patient. And with that greater understanding, you have a map to place remedies on in relation to one another and diseases on in relation to one another. So there's more clarity about whether you're giving the right remedy. You have different ways to check it.
If not exact right remedy, very close. Clarity is much better. And if you have to reply in one sentence, why do we need this? For better understanding of the patient, better understanding of the remedy, for more clarity. It becomes more clearer and clearer. This is the best example where patient is telling stories and emotions. And little later, just observe my questioning, how we have to go deeper into the case from the story. And that is the need for the sensation method. Previously, we were lost into the stories. Maybe we can take the rubric, anxiety about money matters. Maybe his avarice, because his wife was definitely earning, and if she is spending, what is the problem? We used to jump to the rubrics. But here, we first understand what is running through and through. What is deeper feeling of this patient. So this is the best advantage. Why we need to go for sensation method or evaluation of sensation method, or just in simple words, case taking is much deeper. At present, this we were doing before, no tricks, but we'll just see the questions later on. I will point it out. These questions we have learned from this method. This is a story. It is very important to listen to the story. We cannot tell the patient, no, we don't want this story. Just tell me about your sensation or tell me about your experience. Straight away, no. Step by step. So I heard the story. I myself understood what is going on behind without being judgmental. We cannot say that he is wrong or his wife is wrong. That is not our job at all. Be very open-minded and appreciate everyone, accept everyone as they are. No conclusion that whether he is money-minded or he can't trust or he is bad or wife is bad or wife is independent, wife is unstable. No. He had lot of stress with her. There is no doubt about that. This is a fact, no interpretation. Okay. So my next question will be, what was your experience in that stressful situation? This is the way we have to go deeper. And whatever he says, that is not sensation. Then we have to see how much energy it has, how much gesture it has, how much repeatedly it is coming. And what he says, you have to ask little more, how does that feel? Tell me more about that and where he is going. This is the trick. Hand gesture, we call it with energy. Whatever he is telling, it is meaning pretty intense and lot of hand movement is there. Not specific, but I observe this. And whatever he is expressing with gesture, that has lot of energy. In simple word we call it, इसमें दम है. Previously when he was telling the story there was no hand movement, but now there is lot of energy into it. So we listen to it what he is saying, and step by step we are going into experience. So he says the previous relationship where he was in USA and came to know that his would-be wife had some relationship with guy, and some friend said it to him, and it was just a shock for him. The shock is called non-human specific. It can be used by plant kingdom, mineral kingdom, animal kingdom, and shock is a term which we can explore very easily. In case taking, tell me more about the shock. Very easy question to ask. Someone can say, I feel charged up with hand gesture. Very easy question to ask. Tell me about this charge. Someone says, I feel humiliated, insulted. Tell me about this. So here shock is a very, don't you think shock is important compared to the story? I felt shock. एक धक्का लग गया, shock. What it is, best question is to ask, tell me about the shock. Now story we are not so much interested, this is called, from emotions we are going to the, shock is a delusion. Shock, image, just shock. Experience of the shock is a sensation. It can be mineral, it can be animal, it can be plant also. But shock is a non-human specific, and it is very easy to explore about shock. And I have seen my juniors to make mistake. Moment patient says shock, they have some prefixed remedy in their mind. Shock meaning something like Nax Bhumika, something like this. We have to explore what is the shock for him, not for us. How does he feels in shock? That is the question. And also another beauty of this idea of family is we can inquire properly in the follow-ups what is better. The sensation becomes lesser and lesser. 50% is anger and body-mind reaction is much better. He is still on pulsatilla, but there is the improvement. We know where to inquire, what is improving. If a patient is feeling always very tight and free, in the follow-up we have to inquire how much this tight and free is reducing. If it is reducing, that means right sensation is decreasing and remedy is correct. This really helps us to understand the duty same family, because it is ranunculus family. If you see anger trembling from Staphysagra is one of the strong remedies. Maybe ranunculus bulbosus, maybe ranunculus S, maybe aconite. These are the remedy from same family. So even if pulsatilla is not there, but other members of the family there, very confidently you can use the rubric. This is another advantage of why we should evaluate our sensation method or the family idea. If plant is from like the previous case, one of the rubric, I think palpitation, what was the rubric in Dalkamera? Palpitation? Fright. It is Stramonium is there, not the Dalkamera most probably. But because Stramonium is there, which is from the same family, Solanaceae, I was very confident to give. This I have learnt in my meningioma case. I shared last time, I think, that she had meningioma is cured. Nature is changed. Remedy is colchicum, very sure. But her dream was communication with God. And if you see delusion, communication with God, colchicum is not there, Varetrum is there. Varetrum is also from Liliaceae family, acute miasm, but it is from the same family. If dreams of God is not there in the remedy, but same family covers, if that can cure, why not we apply to the other cases where the same rubric is missing, but the same family is covered. So this way you can broaden your use of repertoire. Do you follow? Then you are not narrowed down, because whole case is just falling into that body-mind connection and very sensitivity and anger and raw nerves. If we just see the rubrics, any remedy, maybe we would have given lachesis, maybe some bird if we are getting lost into the story. But we know about the system, we know about the subclass, that is, if it is a snake, it has to do a lot with either, if you get me, you will finish me, before that I must get you. Hidden qualities. Always she gives a good picture, and something very fast, very quick, like a tornado. The NASA attack, very fast, very quick. And there is always a split between my duty versus my happiness. And so much fascination with the snake. And if you see the rubrics again, two will have delusion, suffered wrong, delusion, neglected duty, all will point towards NASA straight away. And this is the follow-up. So that is the beauty. It is not only rubrics, little beyond rubrics. It is not only the eagle, it is not only the bird, but why snake and how everything is connected because of that suffocation, choking, feeling, etc., etc. And the chief complaint itself, thousand needle is pricking, the way snake bites. At one sharp point with lot of energy, it just bites and goes. That is not a bird energy, snake energy. Alright? Thank you so much for bearing. See you.